Okay, so I was having a kind of narrowing down of the daydream that I usually live in. Well, now I like to use nebulous phrases like the daydream that I usually live in, but of course I'm not living in a daydream, but I'm having one. I have a lot of experiences where I get intuitions and feelings, and part of doing this is to articulate them because they have a lot to do with visual imagery, and then there are these daydreamy states that one gets in on the web, thinking about politics and things at a distance, and so I'm kind of bringing this down. Narrowing it, I was thinking about lots of politics on Facebook today, and then snarky comments and people making wild claims and calling each other names. And I was thinking about somebody I had an argument with like 4 or 5 years ago, who I haven't seen since, and how dark that was, what those people are doing. And then I felt a wonderful narrowing sensation, and I could feel like very spiritual forces focusing through me, healing my mind, I guess, bringing me into alignment with the world around me. I don't know why it had to be this process, it was so confusing to me. I mean, I feel right now like I'm riding on the crest of a wave. Now, a few days ago it was like a very blissful wave of white light, and now it's dark. And it's nice that it's dark because it's showing me where I belong and who I am relative to all these people that I think about going about my business. There's not much to say about it because it's withdrawal of energy into myself, away from the chaos. This year, this political election is going to, I think, parallel my life, in which I resolve the desire to be two different people. I'd like to be like an evil master of control like Bloomberg, and I'd also like to be, kind of a righteous crusader for social justice like Bernie Sanders. They're both, two sides of my coin. And there are, of course, other things about me, but this is what I'm thinking about with the election and calculating power and angles and seeing what works in America. How is America going to turn out? And of course, good old Trump may win. Good old horrible criminal pardoning Trump may go right ahead with what he was doing. So I don't think so, though. But I'm really concerned to see who gets the nomination. But in all of it, it's even while I'm speaking now, the important thing is that I felt this presence, and it wasn't like the Neptunian, extroverted, nebulous presence. It was a darker, more focused stillness, but it still feels like it's coming from a higher world. And I'm channeling it now. I'm bringing it through, and so later I can watch this video and see what it's like to talk while I'm having this experience. Because it's very intense, and it's a wonderful, soothing experience that I'm having. I don't know why I'm having it. Oh, and when I was thinking about my enemies, I was thinking about, well, what if they watch my YouTube channel and hear me, babbling about these strange states I'm in that don't make any sense? I don't care. It just doesn't matter, and it's a wonderful feeling to have, and it's very existential. I look at somebody like Sanders, who's running this campaign that's literally changing the way people think about American politics. And yet there are the concerns of pragmatism. Will Trump's devoted supporters, that 44% and increasing, that think Trump is doing a great job, will they ever vote for somebody like Sanders? I don't know, but they say that Trump is ahead. Not Trump, Sanders is ahead. There's like 54% or something beating Trump. So the question is, in this political environment where I'm having this psychic experience that I don't understand, I don't even know what parts of it are real and what's just a fantasy. That's what I'm kind of trying to sort out. while I'm talking about it, because I'm relating it to society instead of wandering around, withdrawn into my own little world. I'm talking about the confusing things, the things that Hay House will never talk about, because they want you to be grounded, and this kind of thing. Um, I'm talking about them just to see what happens with them. And then usually they get better. So, a couple of days ago I was writing about not being able to get anything done. I did a video of not being able to get anything done because I had this blissful state that filled me up with the feeling of love. And today I've been actually feeling very dark, thinking about all the antagonism of politics. But I feel very peaceful, having embraced the feeling. And then who knows what will happen to me tomorrow. So I feel great about it. I'm finally getting away from the various daydreams of relationships that I've lived in, about my shamanic circles and spiritual groups, and not really understanding what they are or why, what they're supposed to be in my imagination. I'm not worried about it. It's very nice to be the age I am and finally be done with the drama that's out there in the world, and then just apparently feel better, more peaceful, and budget my money better all the time, get more and more cash, and just sit here and withdraw from the craziness. And yet there are still some things to work through, because I know that I want to express love, and then the way to do that is to understand the environment, the media environment, and then find ways to work with it that lead to the goal. But in order to embrace that, a person has to deal with the chaos. And so this has been another attempt to do that. I feel fantastic and peaceful within myself while I'm talking about these crazy things that are going on out in the world, as opposed to yesterday or the day before, when I was drifting, rolling in the waves of intuition, just trying to catch on. Now today I feel like I'm surfing,